And the House of Representatives is pushing for reforms to ensure faster and more accessible justice delivery in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. The Chairman House Committee on FCT Judiciary, Adamu Gamawa, stated this during a public hearing on two bills in Abuja, one seeking to increase the number of judges in the FCT and another to establish lower courts with civil and criminal jurisdiction. The report.
Gamawa, who emphasized the House's commitment to timely justice and reducing the burden on existing judges, said the reforms align with Speaker Abbas Tajuddin's vision of making justice affordable and accessible to all residents. Speaker Abbas, represented by Deputy Minority Leader Aliyu Madaki, described the bills as urgent steps towards necessary judicial reforms. President of the Nigerian Bar Association (NBA), Afam Osiwe, backed the proposals but called for the removal of Section 16 of the Principal Act, citing the need to review aspects of customary law.
Well, there are two bills actually. One is to increase the number of judges in the FCT to at least not less than 100. We all know that the federal capital is expanding every day. People are coming in. Wherever you have so many people, you expect to have some disputes. So the burden of the cases on the present number of judges is very, very cumbersome.
This public hearing is a direct exercise of that constitutional mandate. It affirms our commitment to check and balances, good governance, and the rule of law.
My understanding is that there is already in place an FCT Customary Court Act, which has given powers to the FCT Customary Court to adjudicate the matters of customary court. My suggestion is that we should expunge Section 16, which gives the FCT District Court powers to apply customary laws.
In another development, the House of Representatives Committee on Petroleum Resources, Downstream, has dismissed petitions calling for the suspension of the boards of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NMDPRA, and the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC. The decision followed an extensive committee meeting in which several pressing issues were reviewed. Among them is the state of Nigeria's refineries, which the committee resolved to investigate, particularly in light of proposed sales following substandard investments in their turnaround maintenance. Committee Chairman Ikengo Guchinyere announced the setting up of 10 technical subcommittees to examine a wide range of concerns, including allegations of Dangote Refinery's planned takeover of petroleum product transportation and retailing petitions from modular refinery operators over lack of feedstock supply, strengthening small modular refineries, and proposed amendments to the Petroleum Industry Act (PIA) to empower the NMDPRA and bolster the downstream sector.
The committee also decided to dismiss the petition calling for dissolution of the NMDPRA and the regulatory body. And this is born out of the fact that we are framers of the PIA. We made those provisions. We created Section 14 sub C that talks about tenure of job.
The committee will also address ongoing issues related to the continued importation of fuel, complaints by labor unions over fears of monopoly, the OVH acquisition, and concerns raised by NNPC retail outlets.
Yes, those concerns that have been raised by importers of petroleum products on sustainability of their business, and those concerns that have been raised by refinery owners that we cannot invest billions and then you are importing finished product which will run us out of business, which is also a very legitimate concern.
In a related development, stakeholders in Nigeria's oil and gas sector are split over a proposal to establish a new agency focused on the decommissioning of oil and gas installations. At a recent session chaired by the chairman of the House Committee on Petroleum Resources, Upstream, Alhassan Adodogoa, lawmakers and regulators debated the merits of the proposed National Commission for Decommissioning of Oil and Gas Installations, NCDOGI. Dogoa described the bill as a leadership initiative aimed at enforcing global standards and protecting host communities from environmental harm caused by abandoned infrastructure.
This bill is not just another legislative initiative. It is a leadership bill designed to ensure that Nigeria meets globally accepted standards of decommissioning process, while protecting host communities and the environment.
DPR, or now NUPRC, lacks capacity